Barnes Restaurant is celebrating 50 years of serving Savannah, offering these delicious, money-saving takeout specials.
20-piece hand-breaded chicken finger basket for only $19.75. 12 pieces fried or rotisserie chicken for only $19.75. And feed a large group quick with our 50-piece fried or rotisserie chicken for just $50.
Call ahead for faster service or order online at barnesrestaurant.com.
Welcome into the Specialty Sports Complex here on the campus of Calvary Day. Christian Gokel here just on a perfect Savannah afternoon. And we got some football coming your way as the Cadets varsity off for 2 weeks. So we got some C-team action here for you as your Benedictine Cadets take on the Calvary Day Cavaliers. The Cadets led by Coach Caleb Collins down there on the field right now, getting his team ready to roll. And we'll get a chance to see the future of your Benedictine Cadets as freshmen and sophomores take the field. No starters from the varsity tonight for the Cadets. You're going to see a bunch of guys who are getting some of their first action of the season this evening, and really excited because anytime we get to see the Cadets play football, it's exciting, but also just a glimpse of some guys. And a couple years from now, we're going to be calling their names a lot on Friday nights. This is the Barnes Barbecue pregame show. Christian Gokel, glad to have you along with us here on this Thursday afternoon. We got about 45 seconds until teams will get ready for kickoffs. As you see the captains out on the field right now going through the coin toss. We're going to take a quick break, say thank you to some sponsors. We'll be right back with kickoff between the Cadets and the Cavaliers.
Criminal defense, family law, child custody, DUI, and divorce. When so much is on the line, you need expert legal representation. The one to call is Savannah's own Jonathan V. Dunn, PC, attorney at law. Voted the Thomson Reuters super lawyer consecutively since 2023 and an Avo top attorney rating of 9.7. You can count on Jonathan V. Dunn to leave no stone unturned to deliver the justice you seek. Contact 912-200-9352 or online at jvdattorney.com.
Cash and Carry wants to buy your car. New, used, running or not.
Welcome back into the Specialty Sports Complex as both teams head to the sideline. The Cadets won the toss. They deferred until the second half, so we'll get to see the BC defense take the field first. And again, a bunch of guys tonight getting really their first action of the season with the C team, and excited to see what the future for the Cadets looks like. Again, just an absolutely perfect afternoon here in the city of Savannah as we get ready for a big football weekend. Your varsity Cadets will be back in action next Friday night as we head up to Westminster for that one, as both teams get ready for kickoff. And it's been a little bit of a battle on the kickoff team for varsity. Curious to see who gets out there tonight for the Cadets. I think it might be quarterback Thomas Brennan for BC. That's what Coach Britt said earlier today on the Danny Britt Show over at Bowtie Barbecue. And it will be number 19, Thomas Brennan, bringing the football out. So if those of you following along with the varsity team, Stephen Cannon, the quarterback for the Cadets, taking over the punting duties for the varsity. Thomas Brennan pulling double duties here on the C team. And for Calvary Day, it'll be Mason Pratt back deep to receive, as well as Reggie Curry. The way this one's going to work today, folks, we're going to get four full quarters, 10 minutes each. We'll have a halftime break, and hopefully the Cadets win. There's Brennan with the kick. Comes down about the 15. And a nice job there by BC corralling him on the sideline. So we'll get the first look here at this C-team defense. Again, just freshmen and sophomores out there for the Cadets this evening. And it will be Preston McBride behind center for the Cavaliers. As they'll send a man out in motion. And he bobbles a snap. Think he was able to corral it there, but loss of 1 there for Calvary Day. Carson Granger, the sophomore, getting into the action, number 70 there, but really just a 4-man set, just trying to out-leverage the Cadets, and I think the quarterback saw a touchdown before he actually got rid of the football. And that's why these guys are out there right now, getting the jitters out and executing some snaps here, getting ready for Friday nights. And they'll go with a little trap play, but big tackle there. Trying to get a look at the number. Want to say that was Gabe Campbell there, number 48. The big hit brings up a big 3rd and 10 for the Cadets. Probably go in a little bit if you want to. Good low snap, able to corral it, fires deep, and it's going to be intercepted. That's Damari Perry, the freshman. He goes out of bounds, but kind of treated that one like a punt. Tried to go with the slot fade there, and Perry played it great, caught it over the shoulder, and that's going to set the Cadets up with a first down. Plus territory here and a good chance for Brennan in this offense to put some points on the board. Takes a snap. He's going to give it around the edge. That's Stewart Dunn and untouched. To the house for the Cadets. When you talk about staples of BC's offense, just a jet sweep there from the flex bone. Dunn untouched to the end zone, and that's a heck of a way to get the game started for the Cadets. And it looks like Brennan's going to handle the place kicking duties as well. Kyrie Richards, number 16, is going to be out there to handle the snap. And that one's up and good. BC on top early here, 7-0. We'll be right back with more BC football right after this.
BC Brothers Moving is Savannah's most trusted moving service. From residential to commercial to packing supplies, BC Brothers does it all. Let BC Brothers' energetic, trustworthy team wrap it, pack it, and move it for you. Check out BC Brothers online at bcbrothersmoving.com or give them a like on Facebook.
One play, one touchdown for the Cadets as Dunn goes 52 yards on the sweep, and BC up 7-0 early here at Calvary Day. BC going with this that traditional flex bone look that they're just so known for, and even at the varsity level, that's a formation they're going to go back to time and time again. So many great names over the years scoring touchdowns. You got the Ionones under center and Wesley Kennedy taking that sweep at the varsity level. It's just a staple of the Cadets offense. Brennan with the kick. Similar to the last one, going to be down about the 15. You got to hope you have some safety help over the side, and that's a nice play. That's Chris Stokes, the running back, there to make a tackle, and it was also Damari Perry, the man who had the interception on the last drive, kind of playing that safety position on the backside of the kickoff unit as well. Good job staying in their lanes, but good return for Calvary Day, about 20 yards, going to get them set up at just about the 33-yard line. Calvary Day going to come back in the shotgun. And hand off up the middle And better blocking that time from Calvary Day. Going to be a pickup of about 7 yards and puts them in a plus situation here on second down, something they did not do on the last drive. Again, appreciate you guys hanging out with us here on this Thursday afternoon. Some CT football action for your cadets. Varsity, unfortunately, off for a couple weeks, so we'll get going with them again next week up at Westminster. Second down and 3. And same play, just the other way, and looks like the far side official is going to give them the first down. And Calvary just kind of simplifying things a little bit, going back to just that traditional power. Ran to the right and ran to the left and pick up a first down. Strong contingent of BC loyalists on the far side here at the Specialty Sports Complex. Good turnout for a 5 o'clock kick. And the quarterback's going to check with the sideline, get a new play, flip the running back to the left side, flip him back to the right side. And here's the snap. Nice play there, just a little play action from the quarterback. And I can't tell. I think that might have been an RPO, and then the receiver just never came open. So the quarterback calls his own number, is able to pick up a big first down. BC's defensive end just goes crashing down after the running back. Just a nice mesh point play there from the quarterback. That's Preston McBride, a sophomore for Calvary Day. And BC jumps. That's Carson Granger. Carson, you can't do that. Lined up at nose tackle right over the football. It's a good hard count there from McBride. Sets up a 1st and 5, and if you're Calvary Day, this might be a situation where you take a shot. And they're going to go instead just a quick little hook route, and he's going to outrun everybody to the end zone for a touchdown. That's freshman Mason Pratt there for Calvary Day, and he takes it all the way in for 6. Don't know if that was an RPO or just a predetermined play action with a little button hook, but either way, get into the hands of a playmaker, and he outruns the entire BC defense for a touchdown. Again, always fun when these two programs can get together, and especially when we get to see the young guys out there, the ones who we're going to be calling their names a bunch in the future. Calvary Day going to go for 2 here. Fakes the handoff and nothing doing. Looked like Gabe Campbell coming from the backside there, shuts down the 2-point attempt. So after a Calvary Day touchdown, a failed 2-point attempt, your cadets are still in front here 7-6. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with more right here from Calvary Day.
Cool Vibes Pizza and Wings is one of Savannah's most popular. Could be the New York style pizza, or the pasta, or sandwiches, or wings. Whatever you choose, Cool Vibes has their own unique style. Check them out at 4501 Montgomery Street, Savannah.
.610 to go here in the first quarter, and both teams long touchdowns here early. Calvary Day answering BC's long score with one of their own. And now BC gets a chance. They've only been on the field for – offense has only been on the field for one play so far. Went for a 52-yard touchdown. For the Cadets, it'll be Damari Perry and Dontre Ford back deep. Dontre Ford has gotten in some action most recently against Burke County for the varsity. He was able to punch the ball in and score a touchdown in that one. And a little squib kick. And a nice job of falling on it. That's Caden Thomas there. And Thomas Brennan will bring his offense back out onto the field. Cadets will come back out in the flex bone. Got one man out wide. And they're going to go back to Dunn, but Calvary Day waiting on it that time. Brennan gets the play call from the sideline, and looks like the Cadets are going to go 4 wide here. Send a man in motion. That's Dontre Ford. Tries to get around edge on the jet sweep, and he's able to pick up about 6 yards on the carry there. They're going to give him about 7 yards, so it brings up about 3rd and 3 for the Cadets. But a good job on a long 2nd down, making this a manageable 3rd down. Chris Stokes in the backfield with Brennan. Like I said, Dunn in motion, but come back to Stokes. And Stokes making men miss. A couple of big hits there, and Stokes showing why this Cadets coaching staff is really excited about what his future looks like. It's a little misdirection, sending Dunn in motion, come back underneath, kind of get Calvary Day out leverage there a little bit and able to pick up a big 1st down, an explosive play for this offense. Cadets going fast here, going to go flex bone, and the helmet came off of a Cavalier, so they're going to have to sub. Dunn goes in motion. They're going to go gut back to Stokes, breaking tackles again. He was fortunate to keep his pants on there. Just a gain of 2 on that play. Calvary Day, good-looking defensive line. Big number 73, Demir Williams, along with big number 76, Christian Solomon, both 300-pounders as freshmen. Oh, and Dunn drops it, but that one was there. Again, both of these schools, JV practices with the varsity, so these guys are playing alongside the Bubba Frazier's and the Stephen Cannons out there at practice in those same position groups. So you're going to see a lot of the same plays that you see on Friday nights from the Cadets. That time, that one just dropped. 3rd and 9. Going to go back to Dunn on the sweep. And he picks up about 4. Going to bring up about 3rd and a long 5 for the Cadets. Maybe call it 6. And I know Brennan can kick off, but I don't know if he's got probably be about 40-yard field goal here. He got 38. So BC going to go for it. Little sweep outside, and Stokes again, and he's going to go into the end zone. Nice execution there from Brennan. Able to get the ball out to Stokes, and BC able to extend that lead there, and that drive was made possible by Mr. Stokes. Again, just sophomores and freshmen out there for the Cadets and the Cavaliers. It looks like BC is going to go for 2. Try to make this a 2-score game. Going to hand it to Stokes. Stokes going to race everybody to the edge, cut back, and that one is good. So with 3:43 to go here in the first quarter, your Cadets lead Calvary Day 15-16. We'll be right back with more after this.
Bowtie Barbecue Company at 6724 Waters Avenue in Savannah serves up barbecue both familiar and new, made by hand and made with love. Family friendly and relaxed, Bowtie takes great pride in the by hand preparation of high quality beef ribs, smoked chicken, pork spare ribs, and more. Come join the Bowtie family. Ask about our food truck and catering too. Bowtie Barbecue Company, Southern charm naturally. Look for them online at bowtiebarbecueco.com.
BC 2 drives, 2 touchdowns, both on the ground, this time from Mr. Stokes. First one came from Stuart Dunn. And the Cadets now lead by 9, 2-score ball game here early in the first quarter. Got Bruce up here with us in the booth, and we were talking before the game, said, hey, JV probably going to run the football a lot. Going to be a quick game, but 2 offense explosive early. Same strategy, short kick. BC able to get there. Just a whole host of Cadets as they unpile. Number 22 in on the tackle. I know that's not Wyatt Estabrook. A lot of these guys wearing the same uniforms they wear on Fridays when they dress out. McBride back behind center for the Cavaliers. Takes the snap. He's going to give it off. Again, that same kind of power play. And a bunch of Cadets there on the tackle. Led again by Gabe Campbell. Grady Ward in there as well on the tackle. Snap to McBride. They're going to run it again. Same play. And listen, it's good play calling. If it works to the right, try it to the left, and then go back to the right. Brings up 3rd and a short one here for the Cavaliers. Same play. I don't know that he got it. BC with some penetration. I think that was led by Ridge Reddick. And they're just going to go ahead and give it to him. Say he broke the plane. Like just the nose of the football. And BC jumps again. That time, all 3 guys. Sullivan Satcher jumped. Carson Granger jumped. Just a good hard count. Sets them up 1st and 5. He's going to go underneath. That one incomplete. Just trying to get the ball out on a quick little screen pass there, but ball skips to his receiver. It's one of those things when you see it done well, you don't even think about it, but that is a tough pass. Takes some good arm strength there from the quarterback, and I think he pulled the string a little bit that time. Coach Jason Cameron for the Cavaliers down there getting after it with the official. Ultra competitive as always. And McBride with a snap. Oh, a little play action, trying to get out to the flats to the back, but that one, again, a little too high. Good pressure off the edge that time by Caden Thomas. Big, tall frame from 17 there, and forced the quarterback to try to go up and over him, and that one just sailed. So after jumping off sides on first down, setting them up with a 1st and 5, the Cadets hold them. Now brings up a 3rd and 5 here. McBride's going to check with the sideline. Under center, and they're going to call a timeout. We're going to take it with them. BC leads 15-16 here in the first quarter. We'll be right back with more after this.
Barnes Restaurant is celebrating 50 years of serving Savannah, offering these delicious, money-saving takeout specials.
20-piece hand-breaded chicken finger basket for only $19.75. 12 pieces fried or rotisserie chicken for only $19.75. And feed a large group quick with our 50-piece fried or rotisserie chicken for just $50.
Call ahead for faster service or order online at barnesrestaurant.com.
Welcome back in here to Calvary Day. Cadets lead the Cavaliers 15-6. Couple of early touchdowns, one from Stuart Dunn, the other from Chris Stokes. And BC now with a chance to try to get off the field here on 3rd down. Ball skips back to the quarterback, but on a rope. And unfortunately for the Cadets, their DB just absolutely tackled the receiver. That's freshman Matthew Gibson. And McBride, the quarterback, showing off the arm a little bit on a frozen rope. Don't know if that was going to connect it with the receiver, but Mr. Gibson kind of took all the questions out of it, just tackling the receiver, and that's going to be a 1st down for Calvary Day. And going back and watching the tape, I think the coaches might say, hey, brother, don't panic. You were in phase. Just wait for that ball to get to his hands and try to make a play. Coach Jason Cameron showing off the arm there. As we are beginning to battle the sun here as it sets. And Calvary Day going to go under center in the wing tee here. All right, push the pile for a gain of about 7, maybe call it 8.
He's around 6 yards on the play. We're just 2nd and 4 for the Cavaliers.
Clock ticks under a minute to go here in the first quarter. Calvary Day with a 2nd and short. McBride takes another low snap. This time fires it out. Oh, my goodness. Almost a chance for an interception. That one just off a little bit there in the flats. And Damari Perry had a chance for his 2nd interception of the day. Big 3rd down here. Takes a snap. Gonna fire it up top. Oh, and off the hands, but another flag comes in. I think they're going to get Matthew Gibson for holding. Yeah. Again, just going after Mr. Gibson, and that time again gets called for the foul. So Calvary Day just kind of counting on some penalty yardage here, and all of a sudden they've moved into the red zone here. Can't tie it, but they can certainly cut into this deficit.
The ball was spotted around the 22-yard line. For the first and 10, Cavaliers.
They're going to handle it again on that sweep out of the wing tee and able to pick up some good yardage. Good. Clock takes under 30 seconds here. Calvary Day is going to stay under center here. Power formation. Same play. And just kind of bullying BC's defense right now. It's going to be enough for a first down, and I think that's going to take us to the end of the first quarter here. BC exploding out to 2 touchdowns there offensively in the first quarter. Also had an interception as well. We'll see what the Cadets can do when we come back. This is BC Football presented by Cash and Carry on WatchBCSports.com.
Welcome to Sandnat Golf Carts, where luxury meets quality. We offer a wide selection of top-notch custom golf carts to suit your every need. With our extensive inventory, you're sure to find the ride of your dreams. Plus, our flexible financing options make it easier than ever to drive one off the lot today. Whether you're cruising the neighborhood or joyriding with the family, Sandnat Golf Carts is here to provide exceptional service every step of the way. Visit us today to elevate your ride.
Dead or alive, we want your car. No matter the condition, running smooth or barely rolling, Cash and Carry in Savannah will buy it right off the road. Visit us now, get your instant offer, and turn that ride into cash today. We buy cars, any condition.
Welcome back in. Beginning of the second quarter here. Just a quick score correction. JV 2-point conversions are worth 1 point. So just kind of an extra point. I know a lot of times with these teams, they don't have a kicker or one that feels overly comfortable hitting PATs. So score is 14-6 for the Cadets. Still an 8-point lead. And Calvary Day going to try to get off to the edge. And just busting through BC tacklers and all the way down. That's going to be another first down for Calvary Day. That's going to set them up first and goal from inside the 1. It looks like we got an injury down on the field. We'll step aside as they attend to that young man. 14-6 BC here early in the second quarter.
As the world's largest lifestyle retailer of recreational boats and yachts, MarineMax is dedicated to connecting people with life-changing experiences on the water. More than just a boat retailer, MarineMax offers a complete range of services. 3518 Old Tybee Road, Thunderbolt, and online at marinemax.com.
Plan your hunting getaway and escape to experience the beauty of Mossy Pond. Our diverse property right here in Pierce County allows you to enjoy various types of hunts, including plantation-style quail, hog, pheasant, and flooded timber-style duck hunts, all within 24 hours. At the center of it all, experience scenic, rustic, beautiful, and inviting amenities like luxury lodging, our first-class pro shop, fine dining, and the perfect event space. Book now and see why Mossy Pond Lodge is Georgia's premier hunting paradise.
And the young man is up for Calvary Day. Sophomore Rocco Schaefer there. Good looking defensive lineman and tight end. You see really favoring that left leg. Just a picture perfect day here in the heart of Savannah. As his teammates come out to help him carry him the rest of the way. It's cool to see. And Calvary Day looking like they're going to go Wildcat here. Snap it. That's number 16, Josh Rogers. He walks in untouched. That extra blocker helps out there, and that's going to bring the score to 14-12. Calvary Day gets ready for their conversion back in that Wildcat formation. It's like the same play, and it's in. Now we'll see if they give him 1 or 2 points. They give him 2. I'll try to get some clarification for you as to why when BC went for 2, they only got 1 point, and Calvary Day got 2. Maybe it's that home cooking here. All right, we got some clarification on the 2 points. It is just regular extra points and 2-point conversions. The officials radioed up after the initial BC opening drive touchdown and said the extra point was actually no good after signaling it good. So there's where the confusion is. And so 2 touchdowns and for both teams. We're at 14-14 as BC corrals the kickoff. That's Dontre Ford just doing a good job on a squib kick, just getting his hands on it and keeping it. And BC's going to have their worst starting field position of the day, but a chance for an offense that's 2 for 2 to go for 3 for 3 and try to put up some more points on the board. Again, for those maybe just now checking back in, BC initially had their first extra point called good, but officials radioed up and informed the announcers that it was in fact no good. So BC with a touchdown and a missed extra point, a touchdown, 2-point conversion, have 14 points. And they're going to give it back to Stokes. And Stokes just hammering through that Calvary Day defense right now. He's a guy, along with Dontre Ford, who has a bright future. So he kind of hobbles off. I think he might have a little bit of a stinger there, kind of gingerly holding that right arm. BC is going to go back under center. Good. They're going to go around edge. Oh, I think Ford was able to get 6 or 7, but man, he wanted a lot more. Just kind of got eaten up by the turf monster there. He could have had a lot more on that end around. And credit to Thomas Brennan under center. Distributing that ball well to the plethora of athletes he has around him. They're going to go to the fullback that time. Officials blew the play dead. Calvary Day trying to say they stripped the ball, but I think the man was down. Officials having a conversation, and they're going to say 3rd down. And we love, as Coach Kirby Smart says, the fire, passion, and injury. But it looks like we do have an injury down in the corner there. Young man who ran away with the football. We're going to take a quick break as Coach Cameron and his Calvary Day staff attend to him. We'll be right back with more right here from Watch BC Sports.
When it comes to blocking all the obstacles that life throws your way, let Bernard Williams and Auto Owners Insurance help you dodge the hits, analyze the playing field, and run the ball all the way home. We shield you so you can have peace of mind when it comes to auto, home, life, or business insurance. As one of the oldest and most respected independent insurance agencies in the Southeast, we know what it means to stand behind the people we protect head on. Trust in the power of the shield since 1934. For more information, go to thepoweroftheshield.com.
And they're able to get the young man off the field. That's freshman Caleb Butler. Good-looking lineman. Thought he potentially had a fumble and a return for a touchdown, but officials blew the play dead. That's going to bring us to a 2nd and short for the Cadets. Oh, 3rd down. They changed the down. Yeah, 1st down was a nice run by Dontre Ford. And Stokes trying to get the edge, but chased down from behind. It's a great play. Freshman Reggie Curry just tracking him down from behind. He came all the way from the nickel spot on the backside. And BC going to go for this one. 4th and a long 3. And Ford's going to be able to pick it up. Got to trust the process. A little extracurricular activity there. Looks like a cadet with just a silly play well after the whistle had blown. It's like Griffin Ward just getting into a man late, and I know that's something that the varsity dealt with a lot week 1 against Colquitt, and I know that staff's not going to be happy to see it repeated here. So BC a couple of first downs, but really back to where they started. Gonna go 4 wide. Brennan ready for the snap. Quick screen. Nobody blocked. And just to pick up a 2 there. Number 16, Kyrie Richards on the reception, and just no help out there. BC's going to compress backs down into the flex bone. Only man split out. It's going to be number 29, Noah Harris. Officials having a conversation. I think they're wondering if they misspotted the ball after the 15-yard penalty. And they're just going to say, you know what? We're going to stick to what we did. And we're going to play ball. Little counter for the Cadets done underneath. Makes a man miss. Oh, my goodness. Just taking ankles with them. That's going to be a first down. Made a sweet move once he got past the defensive line. Just left a linebacker on his knees. And Dunn's a guy who scored a couple of touchdowns already for the varsity, getting some run tonight. He's got a long touchdown, and he's got a promising future here with the Cadets. As Damari Perry, man, he already has an interception on the defensive side of the ball, is going to check in for the Cadets here at slot receiver. Cadets taking their time on this drive, controlling the clock, taking under 6 minutes here to go in the first half. Looking deep. He's got a man on the fader out, and he gets him. And I think that was Ford. And a heck of a pass, just a little switcher out there. And he hits Ford down the sideline. Showing off the arm was number 19. And BC in prime territory to put some more points on the board. For half a second, like he had underthrown him, but he threw just enough to get the ball over the outstretched arms of the DB. Brennan with the snap, and Calvary Day was ready for that one. Looks like they ran into a run blitz. Stokes with nowhere to go. That was Reed on the tackle. Again, there's a lot of teams that want their defensive front on the varsity level to look like Calvary Day's defensive front here with the C team. Going to go back on that counter again to Dunn. And a nice job by Calvary stringing it out. Just a gain of 1 on the play. I think if Dunn goes back and watches that, he's going to see a hole that he could have stuck his foot in and hit, but it's tough to see right there in the heat of the moment. And again, Cadets, I doubt, going to try a field goal from this range, so you have to think you're in 2-down territory here. As Brennan checks with the sideline, Coach Collins gets the play call in. Let's switch Stokes to the left, switch him back to the right now. Just trying to pick up some pressure. And he's going to lead block. It's Ford. He's got the edge. And he is, wait for the official, in. Touchdown, Cadets. And a great block that time from Stokes. Nice job there by Thomas Brennan and the whole Cadets offense getting forward into the end zone. And he shows off that speed that these coaches are so excited about. And BC, another touchdown here in the first half. Both offenses looking good here early. All right, so we missed the first one. See if we get this one in. Hold is down, and just a timing off on that one. So the score remains 20-14 Cadets. We'll be right back with more at BC Football and watchbcsports.com after this.
BC Brothers Moving is Savannah's most trusted moving service. From residential to commercial to packing supplies, BC Brothers does it all. Let BC Brothers' energetic, trustworthy team wrap it, pack it, and move it for you. Check out BC Brothers online at bcbrothersmoving.com or give them a like on Facebook. Bowtie Barbecue has always been a work of passion. It takes time, skill, and a blend of perfect temperature, wood, smoke, and meats. We just took it up a notch. Taste the passion. Bowtie Barbecue, 6724 Waters Avenue, Savannah.
Welcome back in after the touchdown from Dontre Ford. BC ready for the kickoff, and it's going to be Brennan. Shoots it down the left side. This one might make it to the end zone. Oh, bounces out of bounds. So it's going to be a flag, but I think end of the day, Cadets going to be okay with that one. after some of the returns Calvary Day's had. So 3:50 to go on the game clock here for Calvary Day. Plenty of time just to execute their offense. And McBride will lead his team back out on the field.
The ball will be played to the 35-yard line. And the first down, Cavaliers.
I take that back. New quarterback in the game. Looks like it's going to be Reggie Curry. Just run a Wildcat. And a nice play there from the Cadets. Caden Thomas getting in on the play. And you hope that McBride's okay, and that's not good for the Cavaliers either as they put in Curry at quarterback, and he's down injured on the first play. We'll give them a moment to attend to Curry. We'll take a break. We'll be right back with more after this.
When it comes to blocking all the obstacles that life throws your way, let Bernard Williams and Auto Owners Insurance help you dodge the hits, analyze the playing field, and run the ball all the way home. We shield you so you can have peace of mind when it comes to auto, home, life, or business insurance. As one of the oldest and most respected independent insurance agencies in the Southeast, we know what it means to stand behind the people we protect head on. Trust in the power of the Shield since 1934. For more information, go to thepoweroftheshield.com.
I'm Kenny Granger from Cash and Carry. We're a family-owned business right here in Savannah. We have sections of vehicles that really make it all simple. You'll get a printout of where the vehicle's at, the color of the vehicle. We really want them to be able to come in the yard and find out right where they need to be. The average savings would be at least 70, 80, could be even 90%.
Looks like Reggie Curry is going to be all right as he heads to the sideline, but now Calvary Day on their third quarterback here. It's going to be Josh Rogers. He's already got a touchdown running the Wildcat, but number 13, McBride on the sideline, and now Curry sidelined as well. There's the snap, and BC just eating them up. Ridge Reddick, the sophomore, on the tackle there, and I think BC, without McBride in there, just kind of teeing off on this run game. And that brings up a 3rd and 14. And it looks like Raheem Williams is going to check in, and it looks like Justin Washington, number 10, the sophomore, is going to be the one to take the snap. Pulls it on a keeper, showing some good moves, and a bad angle there from the Cadets. And a heck of a job by Rogers coming in and picking up a first down. Looks like Matthew Gibson lost his contain on the backside there as a corner, and quarterback pulls it out of the gut, shows off some wheels. And that's a big first down because they would have had to punt to the Cadets, and I could have gone sideways. Now clock will roll. Calvary Day kind of has the rest of this first half at their disposal now. Rogers checks with the sideline, or Washington, excuse me. Snap, gives it to Williams, and he powers through. It's a big back. Clock's ticking down to about 2 minutes to go here. Calvary Day in no hurry. BC will get the kick to start the second half. Nice job by the BC coaching staff. They saw the signal in for the hard count. Handoff up the middle again. And a good job by BC.
Ball down number 13, Dave Thomas. Gains around the yard on the play. They're at 3rd and 4 for the Cavaliers.
Big 3rd down here. Here's the snap. Quarterback going to keep. And a big hit. Takes his helmet off. And that was Damari Perry just coming with some bad intentions there. Brings up 4th and 2. I think the quarterback should probably have to come out for this play, and maybe after their first 2 quarterbacks got hurt, the official's going to have some leeway with them. Clock ticks now under 40 seconds. And, yeah, now they're going to make him come off this side because he lost his helmet, and Calvary Day is going to burn a timeout with 30 seconds to go. We'll keep it here. Some really cool action here from some guys we're going to see on Friday nights in the future, and some really outstanding athletes. I think BC's already seen it. You got some obvious skill talent there. I think Damari Perry has really shown up well, number 27, with the big interception to start the game. But then the combination of Chris Stokes and Dontre Ford at that running back position, 2 guys that Danny Britt and that coaching staff is really excited about their potential. I know that sophomore class is a really talented and deep one. Some guys that you have some really good names you're going to have to replace next year, and you're going to need those backs back there making the plays. So BC really excited about the talent they have, but need to see it develop here in games like this. And then also along that defensive front, last year you have a Cam Cody. You're going to need some guys to replace him, and we've seen some good stuff from Sullivan Satcher tonight. Ridge Reddick's made some big plays as well. Going to need to keep seeing those guys step up, get bigger, stronger, and ready for varsity. So 4th and 2 here, right at 30 seconds to go. I think Calvary Day just wants to get these 2 yards and get out of this half. They're going to send in Reggie Curry to take the snap. I don't even know if this is technically Wildcat. It's just a position player at quarterback. And he's just going to run and breaks through. No one touches him. And a huge tackle from behind to save a touchdown with Tristan Robertson. And again, twice now we've seen just that extra man in the box leading the way for the quarterback has paid dividends. And now Calvary Day are going to spike it. Little volleyball spike almost. And 14 seconds remain here. Calvary Day with just 1 timeout left. They'd like to spike it. So it's going to bring 2nd down from the 7. If you're BC, you had to feel like you're almost off the field there, and instead you give an explosive play, and Calvary Day goes from just trying to get out of the half to trying to take the lead. Here's the snap. Going to boot out. And spins into the end zone. Touchdown, Calvary Day. And we have a tie ball game with just 8 seconds left on the clock here in the first half. And Calvary Day is going to take their final timeout of the first half. We'll step aside 2. We'll be back with the final 8 seconds of the first half here on Watch BC Sports, presented by Cash and Carry.
Criminal defense, family law, DUI, and divorce. You need representation. The one to call is Savannah's own Jonathan V. Dunn, PC, attorney at law. Voted a Thomson Reuters super lawyer consecutively since 2023. Online at jvdattorney.com.
Calvary Day heading back out onto the field. Again, I doubt they kick this one. It's been that Wildcat offense. It's really hurt the Cadets here. Bringing that extra man in the block. And it's going to be Washington back in at quarterback. He's going to go under center. And they're going to go power right up the middle. I don't think he got it. He did it. Tie ball game. I think that was Ridge, Reddick, and Sullivan Satcher in there. The big guys keeping them out. They try to go right at the gut, and BC slammed the door. So a tie ball game, 8 seconds left. Calvary Day is going to have to kick this one off, and they've been doing nothing but squib kicks thus far. So depending on how they approach this, if BC is able to handle it correctly, they might have a shot at just throwing one towards the end zone, maybe run a screen pass, just something. See if something pops, but got to handle the kickoff first. Two really good athletes back for the Cadets. Got Tamari Perry the furthest back. And again, goes through his legs, and that's going to fall to Stokes. And that's not who they wanted to have it. And he's going to fight his way to the sideline. Turns on the Jets. Oh, it just out of bounds, and that's going to do it there for the first half. But some scary moments there if you're Calvary Day, and a potential touchdown there if you're the Cadets. So that ends a very exciting first half of football here between these two C teams. Sophomores and freshmen getting after it here at the Specialty Sports Complex. We'll be right back with your Bernard Williams halftime show here from the Specialty Sports Complex, and then we'll have the second half of BC Calvary Day. After this, I'm Christian Gokel. We're here at Calvary Day. We'll be back with more right after this.
When it comes to blocking all the obstacles that life throws your way, let Bernard Williams and Auto Owners Insurance help you dodge the hits, analyze the playing field, and run the ball all the way home. We shield you so you can have peace of mind when it comes to auto, home, life, or business insurance. As one of the oldest and most respected independent insurance agencies in the Southeast, we know what it means to stand behind the people we protect head on. Trust in the power of the shield since 1934. For more information, go to thepoweroftheshield.com.
The honor, the heritage, the tradition of excellence. The home for Benedictine Cadets football is WatchBCSports.com. All the games, play-by-play, and in-depth analysis. Home of the Danny Britt Show. Be a part of the action as your Benedictine Cadets take the field in their quest for yet another championship. On the official home of the Cadets, WatchBCSports.com. And look for us on Facebook and Instagram at WatchBCSports.
I'm Kenny Granger from Cash and Carry. We're a family-owned business right here in Savannah. We have sections of vehicles that really make it all simple. You'll get a printout of where the vehicle's at, the color of the vehicle. We really want them to be able to come in the yard and find out right where they need to be. The average savings would be at least 70, 80, could be even 90% compared to original manufactured parts. So you can come to a place like Cash and Carry and find the parts that you need at an extremely reasonable price. We'd love for you to come check us out.
Bowtie Barbecue Company at 6724 Waters Avenue in Savannah serves up barbecue both familiar and new, made by hand and made with love. Family friendly and relaxed, Bowtie takes great pride in the by hand preparation of high quality beef ribs, smoked chicken, pork spare ribs, and more. Come join the Bowtie family. Ask about our food truck and catering too. Bowtie Barbecue Company, Southern charm naturally. Look for them online at bowtiebbq.com.
Good. Welcome back into the Specialty Sports Complex here on the campus of Calvary Day School. Christian Gokel, glad to have you alongside with us here on a Thursday afternoon. Just about 6 o'clock here now, and a really exciting first half of football. 20-20 here between your Cadets and the Cavaliers. Some really exciting young guys out there making plays for your Cadets. I think a trio of Dontre Ford, Chris Stokes, and then the guy who really impressed in the first half, Damari Perry, the freshman running back and defensive back out there making all kinds of plays. And you just think back to all the names over the past few years, the guys like Zaquan Bryan and the guy on the field now, Bubba Frazier, where you heard about him as freshmen and then you saw him start as a sophomore and then explode and now be the kind of guys that they are at the next level. This is where you start to see those guys develop and make plays. And I think BC has a good young core and some size up front as well that's going to pay dividends here in the future and really developing now in some of these games that are just so crucial. It's just you can't simulate the live snaps. And these guys, again, we said earlier in the broadcast, there's not a separate practice for these guys. They're out there running with the ones and the twos, getting in those position groups, going through indie drills. And then when it comes to the actual live fire action in practice, they're usually the ones standing on the sideline watching the guys in front of them go out there and get those snaps. So this is just so invaluable for BC as they execute these plays and get out there and get some live fire action. So really cool to see this. And some of the names, I'm really excited year 2 from now to go back and maybe watch this and say, hey, I remember watching this guy make plays in this game, and now he's up there making plays on the varsity for the Cadets. So cool to see, and I know everybody's excited to see the varsity get back in action coming up next week. And just taking a quick look at the schedule coming up for the varsity in the future. Next week we are at Westminster, and that's become a really fun game between two excellent programs. Westminster in a really, really wonderful area just outside of Atlanta, inside the 285 perimeter there. And it's a beautiful campus if you haven't been a chance to go up to the Westminster schools before, but really excited to get back up there. Kevin Thomas and myself will be on the call. We'll have Bruce in the booth is there as well, running the camera and making all the magic happen there for us. So that's next week. Then coming up after that, we kick off the region schedule with just a wonderful run of games. Starts at Ware County on the 26th, and that one is going to be massive there at Memorial Stadium in Waycross. Just talking to Danny Britt about it earlier, maybe my favorite place to go watch a football game, just the history there at former minor league baseball stadiums. A ton of greats came through there in the Negro Leagues like Hank Aaron, as well as a ton of other Hall of Famers that have played baseball on that ground, and now we get to watch future athletes out there as well that are going to be playing at the next level. So starting at Ware County on the 26th, and that one might be for the region. So starting off the region strong. After that, we come back to Memorial Stadium for one of 2 home games in a row. The 3rd of October against Warner Robins. We'll have a bye week after that. And then on the 17th of October at home against Wayne County. And then your regular season finishes up at Perry and then at New Hampstead at Pooler Stadium. So really fun region for the Cadets. They, I think after a couple years now, kind of got used to what this region is going to ask of them. It is very, very talented and a very, very deep region, and you have to be on your toes every single game. And just looking at the start of it at Ware County, you want to be in the driver's seat. You got to go to their place and pull out a win against a team that is fired up and undefeated at the moment. So just a look ahead at the schedule for your Cadets. We got about 3 minutes until the second half. We're going to say thank you to some sponsors, and we'll come back and give you the second half between your Cadets and the Calvary Day Cavaliers. This is Benedictine Football on WatchBCSports.com, presented to you by Cash and Carry, and this is the Bernard Williams Halftime Show. We'll be back with more after this.
When it comes to blocking all the obstacles that life throws your way, let Bernard Williams and Auto Owners Insurance help you dodge the hits, analyze the playing field, and run the ball all the way home. We shield you so you can have peace of mind when it comes to auto, home, life, or business insurance. As one of the oldest and most respected independent insurance agencies in the Southeast, we know what it means to stand behind the people we protect head on. Trust in the power of the shield since 1934. For more information, go to thepoweroftheshield.com.
Dead or alive, we want your car. No matter the condition, running smooth or barely rolling, Cash In Carry in Savannah will buy it right off the road. Visit us now, get your instant offer, and turn that ride into cash today. We buy cars, any condition.
Welcome to Sandnat Golf Carts, where luxury meets quality. We offer a wide selection of top-notch custom golf carts to suit your every need. With our extensive inventory, you're sure to find the ride of your dreams. Plus, our flexible financing options make it easier than ever to drive one off the lot today. Whether you're cruising the neighborhood or joyriding with the family, Sandnat Golf Carts is here to provide exceptional service every step of the way. Visit us today to elevate your ride.
Plan your hunting getaway and escape to experience the beauty of Mossy Pond. Our diverse property right here in Pierce County allows you to enjoy various types of hunts, including plantation-style quail, hog, pheasant, and flooded timber-style duck hunts, all within 24 hours. At the center of it all, experience scenic, rustic, beautiful, and inviting amenities like luxury lodging, our first-class pro shop, fine dining, and the perfect event space. Book now and see why Mossy Pond Lodge is Georgia's premier hunting paradise.
Welcome back into the Specialty Sports Complex. Calvary Day, BC 2020 at the half. We got about a minute until the second half starts, and flags at half mast for a couple of reasons. Obviously today, the 24th anniversary of 9/11, and all of our thoughts with the lives lost that day and all the heroic actions of those individuals in New York on that fateful day. And our thoughts and prayers would continue to be with their family and just the way it's impacted our country the past few decades. And then obviously the senseless tragedy of yesterday, the president ordering the flag at half staff until Sunday. So just again, thoughts and prayers with the country. And I know Calvary Day and BC, both schools this morning, just saying a little extra prayer for our country and those impacted by both of those events. But what makes this country great is we get chances to do what we're doing today and see these young men get out there and play a game that we all hold dear to our hearts. And there's the buzzer, and we are ready to get the second half underway. BC elected to defer till the second half, so they're going to receive this kick, and a lot of the momentum with Calvary Day right now. The Cavaliers offense down to their third and fourth quarterbacks, but able to use that run game to really explode and score some points there in that second quarter. But BC with a chance to answer here and eat some clock, give the defense a little bit more chance to rest and go out there and put some more points on the board. And again, we apologize for a potential washed out look. We're battling the sun as we're facing west right now, and that sun is setting. There's a cloud peeking over there that we hope can maybe take care of some of it. Ford is back deep, as is Perry. And it's been squib kicks, and I think the coach is out there talking to the kicker about who they want him to kick after. And it's going to be right at the front line, and BC able to corral it. It looks like that was Gabe Campbell with the clutch hands there for the Cadets, and they're going to have great starting field position at their own 48. So some touchy moments because it bounced off the first up man, but Campbell able to corral it. And here comes BC marching onto the field, trying to put some more points on the board, led by their quarterback, Thomas Brennan. He's done a great job so far. BC goes quick. They're going to give it a Ford, and oh, my goodness. Don't think it was a face mask, but the defensive lineman just grabbing the ear hole of Ford. Officials didn't see it. That's going to bring up a 2nd and 10 for the Cadets. Ford's going to stay in the game. They go 3 wide with an up back. And just too long there. That was the Stokes, and just nobody blocked. Both edge rushers just met in the backfield. And they were trying to give Brennan some time to try to read that one at the mesh point, but that might be one of those ones where you just need to make a decision to pull it. So 3rd and long. Curious how BC approaches this one. There you go. Play action. Brandon's just going to chuck it deep and almost intercepted. I think BC going to punt this one away. Disappointing after such good starting field position. 3 plays, you go back 3 yards, and now you got to punt it away. So we've seen Brennan kick off. We've seen him attempt some extra points, and now we'll get a chance to see the quarterback punt. Little Australian rugby style kick, and gets a great roll. And he keeps going, keeps going, keeps going. And you could have not have asked for anything better. A 50-yard punt from Thomas Brennan all the way down to the 5-yard line, and BC's got Calvary Day pinned deep here to start this drive. Stephen Kane might be in danger, at least for the punting duties. Something about those quarterbacks. They're pretty good athletes. All right, Calvary Day starting deep in their own territory. And they'll take the snap. Just a handoff up the middle, but BC just kind of creating a pile. Nice job there. Gain of 3 on that one. Going to bring up 2nd down and 7. And BC would love to pin them in deep here and force a punt of their own. Same play just to the other side, and just back to the line of scrimmage. Going to bring up a 3rd and 7 here. Washington, the sophomore, still in at quarterback for Calvary Day. Haven't seen McBride since about midway through the 2nd quarter. Going to go 4 wide here. He's got great legs. Drops back. He's just going to fire this one deep. And Perry with great defense. That's something common that you see from young quarterbacks. Just when they do get a chance to throw, they kind of predetermine before even the snap about where they're going. And fortunate that time that Perry was unable to corral it. I think wide receiver might have gotten away with a little forearm to the back of Perry there, but either way, BC should have outstanding field position. Then they send Ford back deep. And Josh Rogers, the freshman, number 16, going to be into punt for Calvary Day. Takes a snap, quick punt. That one hangs way up in the air, and it's going to bounce back towards Calvary Day, and Washington's there to corral it. But BC is going to take over inside of Calvary Day's 30. So that punt from Thomas Brennan just completely flips the field, and it's the 3rd of the game for a reason. Big special teams lead to a potential scoring opportunity here for the Cadets. 6:52 to go here in the 3rd quarter. So it's a really hot start for both offenses. Defense is kind of settling in here. And BC with a full complement of weapons out there. Going to go flex bone. And they're going to counter back underneath. That's Ford. And he's going to walk into the end zone untouched. Again, second time for the Cadets today. One play, one touchdown, and they're back on top. And that play just so hard to defend. You get all the motion like it's going to the wide side of the field on a sweep, and then you come back underneath to the up man. Now we're curious. BC 0 for 2 on extra point attempts, but 1 for 1 on 2-point conversions. And I think they're going to try an extra point for the third time here. Staff's good, holds good, extra points up, and nails it that time. Third time's a charm. BC 27, Calvary Day 20, 6:41 to go here in the third. I'll be right back with more after this.
Bowtie Barbecue Company at 6724 Waters Avenue in Savannah serves up barbecue both familiar and new, made by hand and made with love. Family friendly and relaxed, Bowtie takes great pride in the by hand preparation of high quality beef ribs, smoked chicken, pork spare ribs, and more. Come join the Bowtie family. Ask about our food truck and catering too. Bowtie Barbecue Company, Southern charm naturally. Look for them online at bowtiebarbecueco.com.
As Bruce and I try to sink further and further back in this press box, hiding from the sun, your Cadets take the lead over Calvary Day 27-20 in what has been a really fun offensive football game. Now need the defense to step up again. It'll be Brennan to kick off. Going to have to ice the leg. And that one's going to land about the 15. Bobbled. And then goes backwards, and BC, big tackle. Man, I think they're giving away a special teams player of the game. Gabe Campbell is going to have to get some recognition. He's had a recovery, and he's also had a few big tackles on special teams as well as defensively. Brings up a 1st and 10 for the Cavaliers as they try to answer. They're going to go back, it looks like, to that Wildcat. Rogers back in at quarterback. And just dancing, and oh my goodness. Some BC players, I think, left their ankles somewhere about the 20-yard line. But it looks like we got a cramp. That's number 24, Tristan Robertson, down for the Cadets, grabbing that hamstring. We'll take a break while Danny Britt and his staff tend to the injured Cadet. We'll be right back with more after this.
The honor, the heritage, the tradition of excellence. The home for Benedictine Cadets football is WatchBCSports.com. All the games, play-by-play, and in-depth analysis. Home of the Danny Britt Show. Be a part of the action as your Benedictine Cadets take the field in their quest for yet another championship. On the official home of the Cadets, WatchBCSports.com. And look for us on Facebook and Instagram at WatchBC Sports.
As the young man able to get up and run off the field. Again, Tristan Robertson, he's had a good game as well. A couple of tackles. That son is serious today, and I think just a little hamstring cramp, and staff got out there, stretched it out, and he's able to jog off. Always good to see. So after a play that the running back ran about 30 yards to gain 7 yards, it's going to be a 2nd and 3 for Calvary Day here. There's a snap. And again, I don't know how much throwing we're going to see from Calvary Day here, but they pick up a 1st down. Just kind of rotating 3 guys in at quarterback right now, all of them either running backs, wide receivers, DBs, just athletes back there, and just playing 11-on-11 football. That extra blocker in the game just makes it that much harder to stop the run. And Calvary Day in no hurry right now. Another quarterback power. Good hit, but another great pickup. It's like Grady Ward in on the tackle. I wish I could tell you who number 22 was, because it's certainly not Wyatt Esterbrook. But he was in there on the tackle as well. Taken down, under 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Calvary Day, second and short, and just a power formation here. Good job by BC, discipline on the hard count. And they're going to flip the formation here. And the hard part for BC is you don't even necessarily know who's getting the ball. And they're going to call offsides on BC's defense. That's going to be a first down. But somebody just had to be lined up offsides because there's never a snap. And that's just discipline and something I'm sure will be addressed by the staff. It'll be 1st and 10 for Calvary Day, courtesy of a BC lineman. Don't know that we've seen a flag on Calvary thus far today, but BC unsportsmanlike and just a few procedure penalties as well. Low snap, able to get it to the back. And a nice tackle there. That was Everett Nelson, the sophomore. Another big, good-looking player on that line of scrimmage for the Cadets. But still picks up about 4. Brings up 2nd and 6. That clock rolls. Another hard count. Caden Thomas with some good acting on that one. Same play, same result, about 4 yards, and he's going to roll forward. And they're going to say, you know what? Give him a first down. Looked like he was about 1 yard short, but the officials are going to say, hey, 9 yards is good enough for me. Keep it rolling, first down. Same play again. That time it was Grady Ward coming off the edge. Take that back. Griffin Ward that time. Just a 1 yard gain right there for Calvary Day as we are under 3 minutes to go. And they're going to bring in a heavy package here. Extra linemen in the game. And they're going to line 3 backs up. And they're going to hand it to the third one through. Old school football. And pick up about 3 yards. That'll bring up 3rd, and we'll call it 6. Just some Pop Warner football right there. But, man, it works at all levels. Have 2 guys lead the running back through the hole, and then he bursts through. And if you go 4 yards, 4 yards, 4 yards, that's a first down. All right, Calvary's going to split 5 wide, and the quarterback on a draw there, but I think BC was ready for it, but somebody's got to tackle. And they finally do. Just about 2 yards picked up on that play. I think when Calvary Day split 5 out wide, and they didn't have their starting quarterback in the game. BC kind of knew that draw play was coming. And so 4th and 5. Suspect Calvary is going to go for it. They're going to go 3 wide to the top, lone receiver at the bottom. Hard count, trying to get BC to jump. Good discipline by the Cadets. I sent a man in motion. Quarterback's ready. And they're going to go power again. And BC loses contain. And he picks up the first down again. That's another long 4th down conversion for Calvary Day. And both times, BC just losing contain on the quarterback, allowing that running quarterback to scramble and pick up a first down. Really, really valuable learning opportunities here for these Cadets. And just simple football has kind of come back to bite them a couple times in that same situation. That defensive end has to just kind of get 2 yards deep, stand his ground, and then the corner on that side as well. You just can't let anybody get outside you. Handoff off the middle. Good play that time. That was Carson Granger in there at that nose tackle position. Helmet comes off. Officials start the clock. Don't know if they'll snap this one again. And they will not. They're just going to bring their team to the sideline, it looks like. And we'll get ready for the 4th quarter. So low-scoring affair here in the 3rd quarter after 20 points from each team in the first half. BC, the lone team, able to put points on the board after just great special teams, execute 1 play, 1 touchdown for the Cadets offense. But now Calvary Day marching, and they got 2nd and 10 getting ready for the 4th quarter. We'll come back. 4th quarter action between your Cadets and the Cavaliers next right here on Watch BC Sports presented by Cash and Carry.
Barnes Restaurant is celebrating 50 years of serving Savannah, offering these delicious, money-saving takeout specials.
20-piece hand-breaded chicken finger basket for only $19.75. 12 pieces fried or rotisserie chicken for only $19.75. And feed a large group quick with our 50-piece fried or rotisserie chicken for just $50.
Call ahead for faster service or order online at barnesrestaurant.com.
Welcome back into the Specialty Sports Complex here on the beautiful campus at Calvary Day. Your Cadets lead 27-20 coming into the 4th quarter, and Calvary Day with a 2nd and 10. They've been driving. They've been helped out a little bit by some penalties from the Cadets and some blown assignments, but now, interestingly enough, about 2 quarters later, starting quarterback McBride is back in, and that adds another layer. BC just been defending the run for 2 quarters. Now they got to defend the pass as well. And he comes out slinging. Love the play call, but don't love the result. And again, I'm going to have to text Athletic Director Jack Holland and get who number 22 is, because that was a big sack, but everybody's wearing their varsity numbers except for him. And 22, of course, White Estabrook, the starting safety for the Cadets. So that's not him. That brings up a long 3rd down. Big 3rd down here for the Cadets. Pressure immediately, and he's going to go down again. That was Caden Thomas. Just beat the left tackle off the snap and folded up the quarterback. I think you're asking a lot of that offensive line there, where for 2 quarters in a row, you just had them going straight downhill power run, and then all of a sudden you flip the script on them there. Go back-to-back deep pass plays. So now BC will send Dontre Ford back deep. And it looks like McBride's going to punt. But when you needed that defense to step up, back-to-back sacks. And now a chance for BC to milk some clock, maybe put this game away. Low snap, good punt. It's going to bounce and kind of check up, and Ford thought about touching it, but elects not to. BC got to take over about their 26-yard line. And we got a cadet down on the field. We'll check on that when we come back. This is Watch BC Sports, presented by Cash and Carry.
Want to make some extra cash just by sitting on your couch? At Cash and Carry in Savannah, Georgia, we buy any car, no matter the condition, and take it right off the road. Just visit the link, enter your car details, and get an instant offer. Cash and Carry, turning cars into cash without leaving your couch.
And it was Tristan Robertson down again for the Cadets. It was like another cramp. He's able to walk off the field again, but still just a slight limp on the sideline there. But your Cadets will get a chance to rest because the offense coming out on the field. And last time out, one play, one touchdown. That was the second time they've done in this game. And they're going to come out into that flex bone. Again, number one goal right here is to pick up a first down. And BC's trying to get started without the ref. And he said, I think I'll be a part of these proceedings. Calvary Day kind of loafing onto the field a little bit there, and BC tried to take advantage, but the official stopped it. Back into the flex bone. Same play that we scored on last time. There goes Ford again. And he can't get down. Finally goes down after about a pickup of 9, but that counter, it's been tough for Calvary Day to stop. As Ridge Reddick a little banged up, as well as another cadet. I think they're going to stop the action for a second here. They're going to say he picked up 6. Good, right at the gut. That's Stokes. Picking up a first down, and we tick under 8 minutes to go. I think BC going to be okay, just letting this clock bleed a little bit. As I say that, they rush back to the line. Going, hurry up. Same play. Same result. First down. That is a BC Brothers moving the chains. First down right there. And Chris Stokes has had himself a ball game. Good, BC going to go around edge. That's Stewart Dunn. Breaks through. And it takes 2 Calvary defenders to bring him down. That's 3 BC Brothers moving the chains first downs in a row. And we got an injured Calvary Day Cavalier. I believe that's McBride, the quarterback. And we will step aside while they tend to him. BC 27, Calvary Day 20, just under 7.5 minutes to go.
Criminal defense, family law, child custody, DUI, and divorce. When so much is on the line, you need expert legal representation. The one to call is Savannah's own Jonathan V. Dunn, PC, attorney at law. Voted the Thomson Reuters super lawyer consecutively since 2023 and an Avo top attorney rating of 9.7. You can count on Jonathan V. Dunn to leave no stone unturned to deliver the justice you seek. Contact 912-200-9352 or online at jvdattorney.com.
Welcome to Sandnat Golf Carts, where luxury meets quality. We offer a wide selection of top-notch custom golf carts to suit your every need. With our extensive inventory, you're sure to find the ride of your dreams. Plus, our flexible financing options make it easier than ever to drive one off the lot today. Whether you're cruising the neighborhood or joyriding with the family, Sandnat Golf Carts is here to provide exceptional service every step of the way. Visit us today to elevate your ride.
Welcome back in to Calvary Day. Preston McBride able to make the way to the sideline under his own power. I think he got folded up by his own guy on that tackle there, Stuart Dunn. But that's 3 BC Brothers moving the chains, first downs in a row for the Cadets. And they're going to come out again, go quickly. Jet sweep, and eaten up in the backfield is Matthew Gibson. I think Calvary Day's linebackers kind of tracked that one from the get-go. And BC the whole game kind of coming out of breaks like that. And first play of the drive, I've had no problem just getting up the ball and snapping it quickly. I think just trying to take advantage of maybe the defense not being at full speed right at the top of the drive. But they were ready for that one. 2nd and 12. We'll call it 13. Brennan takes a snap. Going to give it to Stokes. He's got a little bit of room. Oh, just busted through ankle tackles. And finally, a cadre of Cavaliers able to bring him down after a pickup of 12. It's going to be 3rd and half a yard here for the Cadets. Brennan able to escape, but finally gets eaten up, and that was a busted play. I think he was trying to go underneath to a running back who just wasn't ready for the football. And, yeah, you see a couple guys going to the sideline just shaking their heads because they knew that was a busted play. It's going to be 4th and 6 here for the Cadets. Hand it off and going nowhere is Dontre Ford. So that busted play comes back to bite you. And now, with right around 5 minutes to go, Calvary Day's got a chance. And McBride still on the sideline. Don't know that we will see him back in at quarterback unless they need a miracle kind of throw. I expect we'll see the 3 different quarterbacks they had in just kind of running Wildcat, and that's been the most effective offense so far for the Cavs. And again, that power formation. Reggie Curry back there, as is Raheem Williams. That's Curry, and he gets eaten up. Noah Harrison on the tackle. As we are under 5 minutes to go. Not a ton of urgency for Calvary Day. Curry back behind center. Low snap. Gets by him. And he just has to, you say he has to fall on it. He's still on his feet. And he's dancing back to the 1. He's in his own end zone. What do they call? I think they're going to mark him just outside of the goal line. But that was disaster. That just kept getting worse for Calvary Day. Yeah, they're going to mark the football at the half-yard line, give them some forward progress. And that is 3rd and West Broughton. Calvary Day is going to go tight under center. Haven't seen Curry go under center and take a snap. Handles it, and he's just going to carry it. What a play. That was a cadet linebacker just dashing in. Again, 22. Flag on the play. A procedure penalty at too many men in the backfield for Calvary Day. BC is going to decline it. And Calvary Day now either has to go for it here, and they'd have to make it all the way out to the 33-yard line, or they're going to have a really tight punt. Ford's going to plant his heels at about the 30. Quick punt. It's a good one. But Perry is going to be able to make his way all the way down unencumbered to the 1-yard line. So at the end of the day, might as well have gone for it. That's going to be the result. But BC with a chance for their 3rd 1-play, 1-touchdown drive of the day, and a chance potentially to put this football game away here. Special teams, the name of the game, and BC has certainly won that side of the ball. Nice return there by Perry. He's had a big game. There's a bunch of names right now fighting for that Cool Vibes Pizza Player of the game. And now the Cadets roll onto the field to try to punch this one into the end zone. Calvary Day is going to call a timeout here on the quick switch. We'll take it with them. We'll come back. BC knocking on the door, trying to put this one away. We'll be back with more right after this.
Cool Vibes Pizza and Wings is one of Savannah's most popular. Could be the New York style pizza, or the pasta, or sandwiches, or wings. Whatever you choose, Cool Vibes has their own unique style. Check them out at 4501 Montgomery Street, Savannah. BC Brothers Moving is Savannah's most trusted moving service. From residential to commercial to packing supplies, BC Brothers does it all. Let BC Brothers' energetic, trustworthy team wrap it, pack it, and move it for you. Check out BC Brothers online at bcbrothersmoving.com or give them a like on Facebook.
2:34 to go here. BC about to take over on Calvary Day's 1-yard line. And BC, I don't think they want to play around here. They want to put this one in the end zone and take a 2-score lead. I would be extremely shocked if we saw this one back in the shotgun. Here come the Cadets, and it looks like it'll be a flex bone. And as I say that, BC's going to line up in the shotgun. Hey. And there's the handoff. And Stokes is going to get stopped in the backfield. Curious how far they say he's going to lose the yards. They're going to mark him all the way back to the 5. Again, curious with as well as you've been running it under center, why you take the ball. I know Kevin Thomas, if he was here, he'd be saying the same thing. You're at the 1-yard line. Why do you snap it back 5 yards? Clock ticks under 2 minutes to go. BC now going to go flex bone. And they're going to go around to the edge to Perry, and he finishes what he starts. Touchdown for DeMar Perry, and BC now goes up 2 scores. We got a flag down. We'll wait to see what that is. I think sideline warning on the Cadets. And now you'll have Brennan to try to make it 2 for 4 on extra points. BC finally gets their 11th man on the field. Snaps good, holds good, kick is good. Looked funky, but it worked. 1:51 to go. Cadets lead 34-20. We'll be back. Final 2 minutes of this one right after this.
The honor, the heritage, the tradition of excellence. The home for Benedictine Cadets football is WatchBCSports.com. All the games, play-by-play, and in-depth analysis. Home of the Danny Britt Show. Be a part of the action as your Benedictine Cadets take the field in their quest for yet another championship. On the official home of the Cadets, WatchBCSports.com. And look for us on Facebook and Instagram at WatchBCSports.
1:51 to go here. Cadets take a commanding 34-20 lead. I think that Cool Vibes Pizza player of the game is going to be tough to name. I think Mr. Perry just threw his name into the ring. He's got an interception today, now a touchdown, had a big punt return. Stokes has been unstoppable at running back. Stuart Dunn's found the end zone a couple of times, as has Dontre Ford. And, hey, I'm going to throw Thomas Brennan's name in there, too, the quarterback. He's been outstanding as well as he kicks off. And great special teams. Great tackling there from the Cadets. And we were just talking about those two guys, Dontre Ford, Chris Stokes. You're going to play special teams for the Cadets if you're an athlete, and both those guys certainly are. And we got a player down for Calvary Day. We'll step aside as they attend to him. We'll be right back with more right after this.
Plan your hunting getaway and escape to experience the beauty of Mossy Pond. Our diverse property right here in Pierce County allows you to enjoy various types of hunts, including plantation-style quail, hog, pheasant, and flooded timber-style duck hunts, all within 24 hours. At the center of it all, experience scenic, rustic, beautiful, and inviting amenities like luxury lodging, our first-class pro shop, fine dining, and the perfect event space. Book now and see why Mossy Pond Lodge is Georgia's premier hunting paradise.
And that's number 27, Mason Pratt, making his way off the field. Hope that young man's okay. And we have solved the mystery of the Wyatt Estabrook impersonator wearing number 22 this evening for your Cadets is William Brown, a freshman, and he's been outstanding as well, getting on some big tackles. He's showing some flashes. So 1:46 to go now for the Cadets as they try to put this one away. And it's going to be Rogers back in at quarterback, and BC just all over it. Again, the second half, unless McBride's been in there, BC just keying run, and it's tough to stop when BC knows what's coming. And Calvary Day in no hurry. As we tick to 1 minute to go here. Calvary Day still in that power formation. And they jump. That'll stop the clock. And back Calvary up 5 yards. First time we've seen that. They've been really disciplined on the hard count. Gotten BC to jump a couple of times. But that time Calvary jumps. We appreciate all y'all hanging out with us here on this Thursday evening. Any cadet football is good football. And they're just going to run it up the middle again. Break a tackle. That's going to be close to a first down. It's number 39, Ben Tootin, in on the tackle, along with Chris Stokes. And we got another Cavalier injured there. Official game clock says 39 seconds. we'll let them attend to that young man, and we'll come back with more right after this.
As the world's largest lifestyle retailer of recreational boats and yachts, MarineMax is dedicated to connecting people with life-changing experiences on the water. More than just a boat retailer, MarineMax offers a complete range of services. 3518 Old Tybee Road, Thunderbolt, and online at marinemax.com.
Cash and Carry wants to buy your car. New, used, running or not. Miles don't matter. We pay cash on the spot. Fast, easy, and hassle-free. Call today. Cash and Carry, where your car turns into cash.
That was Jameer Duncan down for the Cavaliers. He was able to walk off under his own power. A sophomore there for Calvary Day. But also on the last play, there was a flag, face mask on the Cadets. So that's going to move the ball ahead 15 yards. And I believe they will start the clock when the official is ready here. And there it is. Official winds that clock. Calvary Day going to stick in that power wildcat formation. Low snap. Quarterback able to dig it out. And picks up about, call it 8 yards there. And Calvary Day does not have to snap the football again. And coach saying, hey, I want to take another snap, but player's taking a little too long. Under 10 seconds to go. Then they might snap it one more time. And they do. Going to run straight ahead. Pick up a first down, but that's going to do it. Big time win for the Cadets as the C team gets some action here against crosstown rival Calvary Day. 34-20 win. Blanked the Cavaliers 14-0 there in the second half. And really more than that, cool to see some athletes for both of these teams that we're going to be saying their name a lot on Fridays in the future. Both teams will shake hands, and here in just a minute, we're going to come back with a quick Jonathan V. Dunn post-game show. And again, I thought well-played game. Hopefully Calvary Day got out without too many injuries. I think a lot of them were just maybe guys not used to playing this many snaps, and you had some running backs out there who were having to play quarterback as well. But you see Caleb Collins there in the black Benedictine shirt. He was your head coach tonight for the BCC team and did an excellent job calling plays as well. Listen, Coach Collins watches this one back. When we get on the goal line, we just got to stay under center and put that joker in the end zone. But BC did what they had to do, and I think more than anything, you see how bright the future is for this program with the guys that had just been developing as cadets for so many years and now getting their chances to put on that helmet and those jerseys and go out there and make plays against a very, very talented Calvary Day team. Again, this is the attorney Jonathan V. Dunn post-game show. BC gets the 34-20 win over the Cavaliers, and we're not going to keep the folks up here in the press box too long, so we'll keep it short. Got to name a Cool Vibes Pizza player of the game. I think a lot of guys came out there and made some really big plays. In my heart, it's Thomas Brennan, because I always got it in my heart for the little guy. But I do believe when the stats kind of shake out, I'm going to give it to two guys, Dontre Ford and Chris Stokes, the two backs, I think really were the difference maker for the Cadets today. Those guys got their hands on the ball, and offensive line opened up some holes for them. They were able to hit it really hard and score some long touchdowns there. And Stokes, I thought, when you just needed the offense to pick it up a little bit, you could hand it to him. He was picking up 8-9 yards at a time. So Cool Vibes Pizza player of the games. We're going to give it two of them because it's always cool to get out here and see the C team play. We're going to say it's Chris Stokes and Dontre Ford out there getting it done for the Cadets. But, hey, my hustle heart player of the game, punting, kicking, executing a quarterback, Thomas Brennan. I thought that was pretty special. Athlete out there making some plays. We really appreciate everybody hanging out with us here at the Specialty Sports Complex, tuning in on a Thursday evening. Always fun to watch Cadets football, and we really appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Again, next week, Danny, Britt, and myself will be back at Bowtie Barbecue at noon, getting ready for Westminster, and then that following day we'll hit the road up to Atlanta, just on the west side of the city out there near the perimeter, and head to the Westminster schools and play a very, very talented team and get ready for the first time in 3 weeks to see some BC varsity football as the Cadets try to even their record at 2-2 before they get ready for region play. And it looks like the Cadets varsity will be a little bit healthier next week. Guys like Josh Washington and Mekhi Williams making their returns to practice. So that secondary and the wide receiving corps should have a little bit more depth and BC able hopefully to get that offense going like they did in that Burke County game. So that's coming up next Friday. Kevin Thomas and myself be on the call. Bruce will be producing everything for us as he did tonight. We appreciate everybody hanging out with us here as well. For Bruce, I'm Christian. Appreciate everybody hanging out with us. 34-20, your Cadets here at Calvary Day. We'll see you at noon on Thursday for Bowtie Barbecue and the Danny Britt Show, and then we'll see you next Friday night for BC Westminster.